This is one of the most incredible, unique things you'll ever see in the world. It's mind-boggling. Hey Spain lovers, about 8 years ago, I saw one of the most incredible things that I have ever seen in my life. It's a cathedral that's being built by one man, all on his own. He spent his entire life building it here in a town just in the outskirts of Madrid, about 30 minutes out, called Mejorada del Campo. This place is unbelievable. And is it faith? Is it madness that drives this guy? And you know what is mad? That in the last 8 years, I haven't come and made a video about this place. I mean, look at it. All right, venga, let's go. So this cathedral is being built by a guy called Don Justo Gallego. He was born in 1925, and as a young man, he became a monk. He went into a monastery, and after a few years, he contracted TB, tuberculosis, and they kicked him out of the monastery for fear that he would infect the other monks. He was devastated. He's a very pious man, and so he returned here to his hometown of Mejorada del Campo, and he recovered. And to give thanks to God and the Virgin for having made him better, recovering from the TB, he promised that he would dedicate his life to building a cathedral on his family's farmland all by himself. And that's what he's been doing for the last 60 years. He's been building this cathedral since 1961 when he started. At its highest point, it's 35 meters high. I mean, this is a legitimate kind of cathedral-like building. It's almost 5,000 square meters. That's like what, half a hectare, over an acre. It is ginormous. So he never studied architecture. In fact, his basic schooling was interrupted by the Spanish Civil War. And Justo has said that everything he's learned about construction, about architecture, he's learned from reading books and studying manuals. And everything here is built from recycled materials that have been donated to him, that he's scavenged, and with money that's been totally donated. I mean, if you want to help out, if you want to donate, I've put a link in the description below where you can donate to help him finish the cathedral. So as I said, there's no plans. It's all in Justo's head. But this gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. The big towers, so much circularness, so many round things, and then you can see it in full color, the Technicolor version. It's got a little ways to go. So if only in name, I mean, this is a cathedral. It's got the apse, the curved area there, the altar area. It's got all the bits and pieces that a cathedral's supposed to have. It's got side chapels. Yeah. It's got cloisters. It's even got a grotto. I think this is a grotto. And this is not a one-story building. This is a cathedral. We're gonna go upstairs now. I mean, one man has built this and it hasn't fallen down. So 8 years ago, I was here writing an article for the Toronto Star about this. Back then, Justo was still working, and he told me that he doesn't like Gaudi's work. Because this place kind of reminds you a little bit of Gaudi. He said Gaudi's too pointy, he likes circles. And you see circles everywhere and a sense of kind of flowing. I mean, this place feels alive. Look at these steps, they just kind of fall away. It's pretty incredible. I mean, if you're ever in Madrid. So something we're gonna do that we didn't do last time is go up this tower that says forbidden to go up the tower, but Angel has told us we can go up, which makes me a bit nervous.
Just flip lightly, baby.
So they want to cover this dome. They're raising money for it. They're going to cover it in zinc. They need 35 to 40 grand to cover it. And then it will have a dome. Surreal. We can go further, but it looks very, very touch and go. So I think we're not going higher. And all these recycled materials that he uses, like these bricks that almost look like they're on their wrong side or the wrong way around or something, they give it this fascinating organic quality, but man, it's rough as guts. It looks like it's all going to fall over, but I don't know. Feels solid beneath my feet. I'm not going to jump up and down too many times.
No? Don't.
But Justo has a problem. He's now, I think, about 94 years old. He's an old man. His health is not great. He does live here, but I suspect mainly in bed. He's not working day to day. And this place, although we call it a cathedral, it's not technically a cathedral, it's just a building that he built on his land. And so before he dies, he wants to, one, finish it, and also he wants to convince the local religious authorities to have this place consecrated as a cathedral, or I guess at least a basilica or a church or something like that. So that's what he's fighting to do. And the question is, will that happen before he does die? So I said that Justo is not working anymore. He still lives here. I think he's probably mainly in bed. So who's building this thing now? Well, for the last sort of, I suspect 10 or more years, he has had a helper, a guy called Angel, appropriately, Angel. And Angel now works here day to day. He has his cousin helping him, and they're continuing the work. He just arrived now with paint that was donated. It's, and they're now having an argument down there about something. So,
About work.
yeah, it's stressful work building a cathedral, right? You know, there's going to be disagreements. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola.
Nada.
Es que estoy aquí liado.
¿Todo bien?
Bien.
¿Y qué tal va en general? ¿Qué queda?
Queda. Queda todo.
¿Qué son las cosas más difíciles ahora para vosotros? ¿Como el dinero o falta de materiales o
Dinero.
dinero?
Que estamos ahorrando para la cúpula.
¿Cómo va a ir revestida?
De zinc. De zinc.
Ajá.
Pero solamente el material son unos 35 o 40 mil euros.
Wow, es mucho dinero, ¿sabes?
Ajá.
¿Y qué tal va el tema de convencer al archivobispado de hacerlo iglesia? Y
Está, el obispado está muy parado. Pero vamos, estamos en contacto.
Sí.
¿Y qué vais a pintar entonces?
De todo.
He's got me working. This cathedral even has a crypt. Angel's helping us turn the lights on so we can see what it's like down there. Let's go down to the crypt. The crypt. I mean, there's nothing more dramatic than a crypt, right?
Gracias.
In the dim light, I saw all these bags and I thought it was some sort of bizarre artwork around this altar. The walls are covered in like bubbles that make it feel like it's alive and like an organic thing. You hear water coming from somewhere. Watch your step here,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
I'm not sure if I want to know what's down here.
Jesus.
Is this where Don Justo's going to be buried?
Ah, well, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense.
Bueno, Ángel, nos vamos. Gracias, Ángel.
Un gusto. Gracias por todo. Chao.
I mean, it feels a long way from being finished, this place. And here's the thing. It's both under construction and kind of in ruins at the same time, because things that were built or painted 50 years ago seem to be decaying while they're still building new parts. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if they'll make it. But the other crazy thing is that I didn't come here and make a video about this place over the last 8 years. This is what Spain Revealed's about, right? These unique hidden places in this country. Incredible. I also wanted to give a massive thanks to all the members who support this channel. Your support enables us to keep growing and keep making videos like this one. And as thank you, we make monthly members-only content. We do a monthly video for members-only, live stream, and also weekly posts. And if you're curious about memberships, click the join button below, or there's a link in the description where you can learn more. We'll see you in the next video.